Welcome to the John Trading channel. I'm John, and in this video, I'm going to give you my price prediction for Chainlink in 2023. Can Chainlink go from its current price and reach back at the all-time high over 700% away in 2023? Stay tuned to this video as I'll show you exactly why this could happen. If you haven't already, leave a like on the video, make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell notification, plus leave a comment if you're enjoying these crypto videos. Let's now take a look at Chainlink so we can understand what it does and what it's about. So right now, it's at that $3 billion market cap. And by market cap, it's the 21 most biggest cryptocurrency out of every single coin available. Founded in 2017, Chainlink is a blockchain abstraction layer that enables universally connected smart contracts. Through a decentralized Oracle network, Chainlink allows blockchains to securely interact with eternal data feeds, events, and payment methods, providing the critical off-chain information needed by complex smart contracts to be dominant form of digital agreement. Knowing what Chainlink's about and also seeing that it's ranked the 21 biggest cryptocurrency in the world, there's clearly a use case for Chainlink. If we come over and look at the current price action for Chainlink to determine how we're actually going to move in the future, through this area, you can see that we've been in a trading range. Basically, every time we come to sweep these lows, people are buying low. Every time we come up to sweep these highs, people are selling high, and the goal of a trading range is to buy low, sell high, and scalp, not to hold your trades for multiple years. In this area shows it clearly. Every time price is coming up to this high, people are selling. They're even prematurely selling here. They're prematurely selling here. And every time price comes down to this low, down into this area, low, 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 low. People are buying in that area, expecting higher prices. And where are we right now? When we look at the entire trading range pattern in this area, we're actually right at the low of the trading range. So it looks like this could be a decent area to begin stacking Chainlink to the long side for 2023. If we then scroll out on the price so we can encapsulate back at the old all-time high for Chainlink, the first thing I like to do to find my price prediction is go from this all-time high area in this $52 range and drag it to this current low at around that $5 mark. You can see we get population levels of the 0.382, the 0.5, the 618, and the 1-to-1 back at the old all-time high. Now, the first area that I'm truly interested in Chainlink would actually be right in this area here. The reason being is we had a lot of support in this area. We even had support slightly higher. We had support in the same range. We even had slightly support just below this range before we then had this major downturn to the downside. And as you would know, in this area is known as a support to resistance flip. Once there's a lot of support in this area, it would then flip to a resistance level if we got a major break through it. And that's exactly what we did. In this support level, we got a major break below the support level. And what will then happen is this will flip as a resistance level. Once price comes back into this area, it will then act as a resistance level. Price will struggle, at least at short term, will struggle to get above this price before we then look for our target too. So we will at least have a small level of retracement in this area, which is going to be my target one for Chainlink. If we look at the current price and figure out exactly where that how much it would be away, at our current price of $6, dragging it up, that's over 142%, 143% profit to the upside on this particular trade. And the type of trade that I'd be looking for is putting a stop just below the trading range, which would be around 15%. And I don't advertise taking that much of a risk. I'm not even advertising this trade at all, but it is something that I'm personally going to be taking with a very small portion of my trading funds. So looking at a roughly need about 15% stop on this level, but I don't like risking 15% of my account, and then looking for basically a 10-to-1 risk to reward. So you're risking 15% to gain 150% in the market. Even if this strategy had only a 30% probability of occurring, which I don't believe is true, I believe it has a high probability of occurring. Even if it only has a 30%, at the worst case scenario, you plug that into your trader's equation that I'm teaching in my trading course, then you would know this gives you a massively positive trader's equation to the upside once you put in the risk to reward and you understand the rough probability of this particular trade. But not only is this area good support and resistance flip, there were actually a lot of traders in this area and in this area here actually expecting to go back above this old all-time high for Chainlink. People were buying on these decent bull bars, because we did have support in this area. People were thinking we're going to support off this area here. We're then going to go and actually break above the old all-time high for Chainlink, going from roughly $15 and breaking above that $52 range. But a lot of people were actually trapped in their trade here. They got long, and they're still long to this day. In their portfolio, they're currently holding Chainlink in their portfolio, and they still haven't sold. They're waiting for the day that they can get out to this break-even level before they can get out of their trade. So there's actually trapped traders who have bought in the market. And how do you get out of a buy? Well, you need to sell back into the market. So not only are we going to have people that are trading this support and resistance flip, like myself, you're also going to have another set of traders who are trapped in their longs and they need to get out, would then need to short in the market. So you're going to have that double momentum play to the downside right in this particular area. And that's why I at least advocate taking a portion of your position off, even taking out your initial trading capital. Say you put in $10,000 on this particular trade and then you're up 150%. You're up to then $25,000. Then with that, I'd take my initial $10,000 out and then hold my $15,000 position. The reason I personally do that, and I'm not advocating, this isn't financial advice, the reason I do that is because it makes it mentally easier to then hold back to the old all-time high, going up another 300% from that level. You've got basically no risk on the trade, and it makes it easier for you to sleep at night. So you know you don't have all your eggs in one basket. You also then have the opportunity to look at another coin, especially different ones, to then put that trading capital to use. The next area that I'm interested on Chainlink is this 0.618 level on the chart. I'm now going to scroll in on the daily time frame to this part of the chart so I can show you even better. So now we're focusing on this 0.618 level. You can see that we did have a high back in this area before we had a major rejection. So initially this was a bit of a resistance level. Even through here was acting as a resistance level. Then what happened? We broke above this resistance level, came back to the downside, retested this initial resistance, now acting as a support level because we got that resistance to support flip. Then we broke again massively to the upside to the all-time high for Chainlink. Then you can see, look what happened. We came back down. We tried to support another time in this area before we had a major downturn in the market, absolutely cracking below this support level. Then what happened? Through this area, right in here, we broke below this support level. Then we came up. Look what happened. And we resisted off this level again. We basically resisted off this same level on this left-hand side. Initially broke through, acted as support, broke through again, then broke downwards. Then when I add this downwards break, it showed that it then is a really strong support to resistance flip. It now resisted off this level. It now resisted again off this level. And we made major downturns in the market, absolutely dropping more than 50% of the total price. Came down to this low. And then what happened again? We came back up into this level at this 0.618 level. So you can see multiple times resistance, then broke through, acts as support, break to the upside, breaks below, acts as resistance, breaks below, acts as resistance, breaks below, acts as resistance for another time before at this $38 level, before we absolutely crashed all the way down to this $5 level. Now that I've scrolled back out to the weekly time frame, you can see this even better. This 0.618 broke to the upside, used as support, broke to the downside, used as resistance, broke down, resistance, resistance, and then a major downturn in the market. So what this actually shows is not only this 0.618 level acting very firmly in the market, it shows that this level definitely has a lot of support to resistance flips. And what happens when there's a lot of support to resistance flips, it means that when price comes back into this area, we're going to at least have a solid amount of rejection. We're going to come up to our target 1, have a small amount of rejection. Then look for our target 2 at this 0.618 level, and I do believe we will at least have a medium-term correction in this area. The reason being is a lot of traders are trading off this high mathematical equation known as the 618 level. Then we've also got new sets of traders, as I was talking about in this area and in this area, there would have been people that were long in the market because there were decently bullish bars to the upside, then expecting to break above the all-time high for Chainlink, but this never actually happened. And then there are people right now in their portfolios who bought Chainlink at this $35 to $36 level, and we're currently at this $6 level, and they've never sold. They're still in their positions, and once price comes back into this area, they're going to look to get out of their positions. And how do you get out of a buy? Well, you need to be selling in the market. So you're going to have these old traders trying to exit out of their old trades in this level. Then you're going to have new traders looking to sell at this 0.618 level. Then you're going to have another set of traders using the support to resistance flip, also looking to sell in the same level. So you're going to have three different sets of traders using completely different strategies, all looking to sell in the same place on the chart, which means we're at least going to have a short to medium term rejection of this area, which would be a perfect target for target 2 for Chainlink. Now, looking at this price from our low all the way up here, that's over 450, 400 and nearly 70% gain on this particular trade. And it definitely would be a level that I'd at least be looking to take a portion of my trade out. Reason being is we're basically retesting the old all-time high. Plus we have these three confluence levels in this area, meaning that it would be a decent level to at least take a portion of this trade out. For my final price target for Chainlink, I like to use the Fibonacci trend-based extension tool, and I grab it from this low at around this $1.40 mark. I then drag it to the high at this $52 level, and then drag it to the current low at around this $5 mark. And you can see we get multiple prices confluence in the levels. So not only have we got this Fibonacci level also nearly perfectly lining up with our target 1, which gives me more confluence in this zone, telling me that there's more traders looking at this area than initially expected, showing that there is definitely going to be at least a short-term rejection of this area. We've then got target 2 with this 618 level lining up with the previous 618 level, but the main level that I'm looking at is this 1618 level. This is known as the trend-based Fibonacci extension golden zone. This golden zone is very common in the market. As you would know, and you do a bit of backtesting like I have in the market, you would find that once we extend higher and we look to make prior highs, this is the type of price that we're looking to come to, around this $90, $95 mark on Chainlink. The reason this is we're using high-grade mathematical equations to calculate based off previous price, previous highs, previous lows, current lows, to calculate some areas that are very likely for at least these bots to actually come up and target in the area. So if we look at our current price at around this $6 mark, dragging it up to this $95 mark, that's nearly a 1,500% potential gain on this particular trade. So there's a massive price target looking at this 1618 golden level for Chainlink, and that's what would be one of the areas that I'd be looking to take my final piece of this trade off. Once we get up to this $100, near $100 mark, I personally won't be expecting it to then rocket to 1,000. Even if I'm all out of my position on a 14x gain, I'll be extremely happy. And obviously this isn't financial advice, but this is me basically planning my current trades for all of these different cryptocurrencies. So we've now got our three targets in the market. We've got our target 1 at roughly 150% away. We've got our target 2 at roughly 500% away. We've got our target 3 roughly 14, nearly 1500% away. And at each target, I'll be taking a bigger and bigger portion of my profits off. At this initial target 1, I'll take somewhere between 25% of my initial profits out at this market. Basically means I'm free riding this trade. Then at target 2, I'll take somewhere like 50% of the remaining profits at this particular target, because there will be at least a medium-term resistance level in this area, exactly like the points I was speaking about before. Then my target 3 will be a moon target holding that final 50%, looking to target this 1618 golden zone Fibonacci level. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, leave a like on the video, make sure you're subscribed and you hit the bell icon, plus leave a comment if you're enjoying these crypto videos.